Once again, the sounds of Pastor Ronald E. Brown. Come over here while the table is spread and the feast of the Lord is going on. It's about time for me to get up, get on out of here. Got to make room for the open line, y'all, with Sister Khadijah and Brother Jay. They'll be in shortly. But keep it locked right where you got it on your superstation, KIEE 88.3 KZJM, 92.7 Jam Central. Also KOCZ 94.9 in Opelousas with the Cowboy Preacher, Silent DJ, DJ Hart, DJ Buddy Love, DJ Papa. Y'all my old horse Trigger along with new horse Spirit, DJ Nate, DJ Elijah along with Baby TJ. Bringing you the very best of inspirational gospel music straight from the heart of God to yours. God bless you, and we love you. Here's the sounds of Trey Burgess. Keep me in your path.
Listen, I'm only a young man, but I have an old soul on me. All the fellas do. And when we're in rehearsal, we often joke around and sing this song. Over time, we grew to love it. And if you don't mind, can we sing a little for you? Keep me in your pathway, Lord. Keep me in your pathway, Lord. I don't want to stumble, and I don't want to fall. Keep me in your pathway, Lord. Keep me in your pathway, Lord. Come on, clap your hand with me. Keep me in your pathway, Lord. Sing it here. There is love in your pathway, Lord. There is love in your pathway, Lord. I don't want to stop, I don't want to keep me in the pathway. There is joy in your pathway, Lord. There is joy in your pathway.
Well, y'all, I got to get out of here. About to put my feet on the floor, the big white hat out the door. But here's a song by the Johnson Brothers, Made It Over.
My God, to south, ain't nobody there to put me out. Oh, I made it. Oh, I made it. Oh, I made it. Oh, I done made it. I done made it. I done made it. I done made it. When I get over there, I done made it. I done made it. I done made it.
The Tower of Power. Louisiana Superstation. KIEE 88.3. Louisiana Superstation keeps you informed, educated, and entertained with the hottest talk shows.
My station.
There's only one station that gives it to you.
KIEE 88.3.
Born in Tulsa, Oklahoma, Emmett McHenry is our Black History Pioneer of the Day. McHenry in 1979 pioneered an engineering company known as Network Solutions. During his time as owner, Network Solutions held many contracts, one of which included the National Science Foundation, which called on Network Solutions to handle the government's domain name addressing system for the internet. Emmett McHenry, along with his former company, Network Solutions, created a complex code known as .com that allowed people who had not studied computer science to surf the web and have emails. Today, we salute Emmett McHenry as our Black History Pioneer of the Day. Remember, be inspired.
Underwriting with KIEE 88.3 FM offers your company the opportunity to extend its brand, resulting in more business for you, announce events, recruit staff, or just share news about your company. Separate your company from the clutter of conventional advertising by underwriting with KIEE 88.3 The Superstation. For more information, we are located at 1006 Surrey Street in Lafayette, or the number is 337-232-7672.
Y'all getting ready for Sister Khadijah coming to you with the open line where you got to have an open mind.
Woke up this morning to somebody in a video.
Good morning. Hotep Habarigani, assalamu alaikum. How y'all doing out there this morning? It's another beautiful day. We're going to start off with the open line like we usually do. Brother Jay, for some apparent reason, was trying to DJ and got intoxicated where he was DJing at, and he can't make it in. So it's International Women's Day. Today is International Women's Day. And you know what? I'm going to start it off by playing a song from Lizzo that's You're Special. And that's going out to all of the deserving women out in the world. Today is Women's International Day. Even though it shouldn't be just one day, it should be a whole year, every day. We're going to go ahead and just move it.
Talking about something I posted in a video. If it wasn't me, then would you even get offended? Or is it just because I'm black and heavy, y'all don't hear me though? I've been the same since I've been dropping slow on Bissonnet. Call up anybody I know and they will tell you that fame is pretty new, but I've been used to people judging me. That's why I move the way I move and why I'm so in love with me. I'm used to feeling alone. So I thought that you know, in case nobody told you today, you're special. In case nobody made you believe you're special. Well, I will always love you the same. You're special. I'm so glad that you're still with us. Broken, but damn, you're still perfect. Could you imagine a world where everybody's the same and you could cancel a girl cause she just wanted to change? How could you throw fucking stones if you ain't been through a pain? That's why we feel so alone, that's why we feel so ashamed. I'm used to feeling alone. Oh, so I thought that I'd let you know. In case nobody told you today, you're special. In case nobody made you believe you're special. Well, I will always love you the same. You're special. I'm so glad that you're still with us. Broken, but damn, you're still perfect. I know that I'm not alone. Oh, so I thought that I'd let you know. In case nobody told you today, you're special. In case nobody made you believe you're special. Well, I will always love you the same. You're special. I'm so glad that you're still with us. Broken, but damn, you're still special. You are so special. Hey.
Yes, and we have Brother Jay. How you doing out there?
Good morning, Sister Khadija, and thank you for hosting this another edition of the Open Line Radio Show on the Superstation KIEE 88.3 FM. And listen, people, if you want to get to the website, it's simple now. You can get to the website and you can listen very clear to all the great programming. Even Sister Khadija make libelous claims about me on the radio. I never got drunk. I don't drink. I don't smoke, and I'm not late because I'm only late because of an unforeseen auto issue. But you can listen to Sister Khadija every Wednesday on the open line, and go to the website, KIEEFM.com. KIEEFM.com, and you could, from that front page, you can hit the listen live button and you'll be listening to all the great programming. And we want to thank our brother Cowboy Preacher for always looking out.
Yes, yes. And so, Brother Jay, the song was by Lizzo, and it's saying that you're special. Today is Women's International Day. Even though we should have more than one day, you know, we should have the whole year. What do you want to say to those strong women that has been holding down the fort?
Well, I want to say a lot to the strong black women and the progressive women of the world, such as our sister, who's very strong, from the ACLU, Alana Odoms, Attorney Alana Odoms, and to Attorney DeWitt Smith. Happy International Women's Day, you know.
Yes. And
your mama, and my mama, and everybody else.
Yes,
you know?
Yes, indeed. They just giving us one day, Brother J.D. Wrong for that.
Well, you know, I'm happy with Black History and Black 365 and all of this other stuff, you know. Sister Khadija, some very pressing issues are going on in the community, and hopefully we get to them. But I want to give thanks to someone who's not a woman. He's a strong black man, a brother, and our compadre, our partner, who always answer the call to be on our radio show, Brother Arthur Silky Slim Reed, who just got presented the NAACP Image Award as an activist. And there's an excellent story online about him getting that award. He made sure to send it to us in case we want to mention it. And again, we want to salute Arthur Silky Slim Reed for all the great work he's doing. He's transformed himself into a person who they label as a notorious gangster, gang member, leader, to someone who's, according to the story, who became a community activist and now is a community media activist, a filmmaker who got an award from the NAACP Image people this past week.
Okay, all right. That's a shout out to Brother Arthur Silky Slim Reed from Baton Rouge, Louisiana, who received the NAACP Image Award.
Right, and we got some great people we've been working with, such as Mr. Keith Beauchamp, who's a co-producer now and writer of the Till movie, Emmett Till's story. And he done some great work. So a lot of great brothers coming from Louisiana, and a lot of great brothers came to your show, the Community Center, which I had the privilege of co-hosting with you this past Sunday. Check out the rerun. So, when these people who start out on our shows or the shows that you help incubate and they achieve those certain levels, this is what it's about for us. It's not about us. It's about those people who want to make I know we make an impact, but having those people come on, appear in your platform, then before you know it, they're blowing up all over the country, all over the globe. So that's what that's my reward I get.
Now, Brother Jay, dealing. Okay, all right. We're sending all our love for International Women's Day today, which we say it's 365 days a year, every day. But Brother Jay, this is what I wanted to elaborate on. When they take in you have the wokeness, you have all of this, the critical race theory. Yes, and last night we were watching a show with myself and my granddaughter, and she kept on asking me questions like, why are they so mean? Why did he whip her? And I had to the name of the show we were watching was Underground. It was Underground. And that program had me in, my heart full, in tears, and I had to let her know that, we're going to have to tear this off. We're going to have to take this off right now because, and she's of age where she knows the difference between, what's going on in the world and stuff like that. But it was just so brutal. So I kind of understand when some of them say, well, no, y'all showing all that, particularly with the Emmett Till, the beatings, the brutality, that is going to make people feel bad about themselves.
That's the most asinine excuse they could give, the Ron DeSantis types and the Ron DeSantis type and the Jeff Landry types who wants to go into the libraries and control what people listen. And you see, they slick with it. They're trying to lump the other controversial issues about the LGBT community and the issue with transgender and all that. They're trying to lump that into wokeness. They're trying to put that with Black history. And they're confusing the people. Now, you might have an opinion on those items, but we all of us could agree about the issue about Black history and who did what. We just mentioned Keith Beauchamp and the Emmett Till movie, right? Though if they have their way, by lumping all that in, knowing that would set off a firestorm with a lot of the Christian, Black Christian conservatives, a lot of other people who are not as open-minded as you and I on progressive issues, they're going to lump that in, then they could have enough people to support them to do away with Black history. So an Emmett Till movie would not be able to be showed at a college, a government-funded college or a government-funded school.
Okay.
You know, because some of these movies make it into the colleges and the higher education platform. And they want to do away with those type of situations. And I'm just using the Emmett Till movie as an example. Even the Victor White, what's the documentary that we was part of, Sugar Town? Even that might come under some type of, some scholar from Southern might want to, study that. They're going to use that to do away with not us telling the truth of what really happened.
And it seems that you would want to know the truth. You need to know the truth.
Well, the people who want to oppress people don't want you to know the truth. Oppressors do never want you to know the truth about something.
Okay. All right. So I definitely understand where you're coming from. And you make viable points as always. So, Brother Jay, what else you had that was on the agenda?
Well, on our show, we also discussed the issue with Festival International and heard on another talk show concerning how a certain what status musician or musical artist can get the headlining event at Festival International this year, while we have a local, real international person in the name of Cupid. And I'm not speaking on behalf of Cupid, because it's bigger than Cupid. It's more like the hypocrisy by this board that runs the Festival International by not inviting him to headline, and basically saying, from what I heard, a quote said, when they asked why he wasn't headlining, he said, well, this is not an R&B festival. Well, that is, Festival International is supposed not to be a pop festival, because if you got that person headlining and call himself a Christian conservative, that is not a pop festival or a Christian festival. It's supposed to be an international, and the person who exemplifies international entertainment is Cupid.
Yes, you're right.
His music is mentioned by Michelle Obama as the best music to do to get your bodies in shape and do hip. Everybody at every wedding, and I'm a wedding videographer.
Yes,
black and white. We go to Sister Khadijah, we did a couple of wedding photographing and videotaping where they were playing the Cupid Shuffle.
Yes.
In the movies in Hollywood, a lot of the black movies, a lot of the white movies, are playing the Cupid Shuffle when they do the scene about the family, the family reception. So why not have him as a headliner? So they make an asinine claim that it's not an R&B thing to have them. It's just an excuse that these groups and boards in the city of Lafayette and surrounding area, they run things the way they want to do it. In other words, they do whatever the hell they want to do because they have the power to do it.
Yes.
We have to use our voice to speak against that.
Right, but I want to say this quick before I go to the caller, Brother Jay. It's just like Mayor Josh Guillory forgetting to tell the chief that, oh, look, we planning on relocating your building, and we're going to tell you about it and keep you informed the next time we meet about it.
Yes,
but the decision,
the hell they want.
Yeah,
that should be the order of the day within this area of South Louisiana.
Okay, caller, you have a question or comment for Brother Jay or myself? You're on.
Yes, I have a comment.
You're on.
Yes, I have a comment. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you good.
Sir. Okay, yeah. Well, my comment is this. Listening to you all about what y'all were talking about, we live in the United States of America, and the way things were, let's say, allowed to be learned in this country is that we have freedoms, we have rights, and we have all the other things that the law of this country protects its citizens with. Well, when you look at things from what y'all are talking about, then one can say, well, then something is not working correctly, because if it is to work for the citizens of the country, then it should work for all citizens. There shouldn't be anything that works for one citizen or one citizen of one treat everybody the same. And it doesn't take a rocket scientist to know this. Young kids today know this. They know when things are not right. You can go meet some first graders and you start picking and choosing and division and watch how quickly they'll be like, they'll pout, they'll get upset, and then you're like, what's wrong, Charlotte? What's wrong, John? What's wrong? I'm mad. Why are you mad? I'm mad because of the way you just did what you did, teacher. You just selected him and her and them and that. You left us out. Those kids, if those kids can figure this out, then it's a no-brainer for us as adults to figure out what's actually happening. I'm going to leave y'all with this. I want us to go refine the word apartheid and go see what that word really means and how far in the world that word has traveled. And everywhere that word has been, go look at its history and see what you learn. Thank you, guys.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, caller. Brother Jay, you heard what he said, and the people that are calling in, you're going to have to like call right back so that I could pick you up. Well, you let us get this other caller. Caller, you have a question or comment? You're on.
Yeah, I got a quick comment. I'm glad that concerned citizen has woken up and realized that black people are still not looked at upon as citizens because of all the laws they have put against just black folk, but yet still we got some educated black people who feel there is no racism, so they shouldn't mention it. And we don't have to look up the word apartheid because we are living in apartheid in this country. Just because they changed the word doesn't mean their views are not the same. And if we don't talk about all these things and stop getting confused with topic not being invited to the Festival International, how long do we have to realize these people don't want us to none of their events? And we should learn this and start our own events and stop participating in these people's hypocrisy. And every time there's a social festival, they don't want black people talking about not inviting black voice. You cannot blame them if they run their own show. We need to run our own show. Stop thinking that we need white people's permission to give them their own festivals. Let's all as a company, because we all have started doing stuff for us in the United States. In this country, we have started this, and they took over for the night.
Mr. Kevin.
They relearn things and make us think that we're part of it, not knowing they exclude us from it.
Okay.
So wake up.
Wake up. And Mr. Kevin, when you call back again, please turn down your radio so that we don't get all this feedback. So, Brother Jay, go ahead. You could go ahead and elaborate on those two comments. You had the one by Coach with apartheid.
Apparently, race has a lot to do with things that are going on in the country. Because when we first met. Then appointed Chief Glover. One of the things I actually got the videotape. We did a meet and greet, and
Chief
one of
Glover.
the things I asked the chief. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we hearing you good, Jay.
One of the things we asked the chief was the issue of race and the boards, the police union, and also the Fire and Civil Service Board. Well, we had one of the Fire and Civil Service Board members jump out in front of that question, and before the chief could answer, and talks about, no, they wouldn't be able to do anything to the chiefs because it's not like that. And matter of fact, I'm going to make the video. I'm going to replay that video soon on one of the open channel platforms. And the thing is, Chief Glover just recently filed a federal lawsuit against Lafayette Consolidated Government and Mayor President Josh Hillary, alleging that he was fired because he was black. Because he was black. You hear me?
Yes.
So those who stick their head in the ground, say it's not about race, or who just think that we could go happily merry-go along with these boards and these organizations, they really are crazy, because at the end of the day, the people who don't want to say race have to say it's about race because it affected them. And the reason people should be upset at what's happening with Cupid It's government-funded money that
taxpayers.
the Festival International
Yes.
accepts. So
Yes.
I have a right to be upset, and it's bigger than Cupid, and it's bigger than everybody else. Even if I don't stay in Lafayette Parish, even if I stay in Timbuktu, as talk show hosts, we have a right to bring those things up and let the public think about that. You know, because at the end of the day, if that happens to a person like Cupid, it could happen to anybody else who might want to be applying for a job and might want to try to, you know, have a responsible job that you over a whole group of people, and they tell you we don't want you because and they're not going to say it because you're black.
Yeah,
so why not fight for that whole issue?
Right.
You know, of putting these people on blast, showing them how hypocritical they are.
Yes, yes, Brother Jay. And I remember some 10 years ago when I went there to the Festival International, you had Rosie Ledette. Rosie Ledette was performing. However, she wasn't a headliner, but Rosie Ledette had so many people there. She should have been headlining. And why wouldn't you want to headline the people that just about brought you music? I mean, when you do the history of music, you know where music started from. You know, you know, with the drum beats from Africa and everywhere else. So that is something to talk about. That is something to, I don't know if I'm allowed to say something else on the radio, Brother Jay, but you not being here, I could say it. But
well, I don't have the luxury of having the what we call the mute button control over here. We streaming, but Khadijah, we streaming live on AOC Community Media. We might have an audio problem. We audio only on AOC Community Media. But, you know, the technology allows us to restream some of the programming at 88.3. Listen, going back to the lawsuit of Chief Glover, that's a telling thing because in one of his quotes, when we interviewed him on one of the shows that we did with him, he said Lafayette had the potential to become a powder keg if they don't straighten out those few rotten apples that spoils the whole bunch of Lafayette City police officers. It's a quote from him. Technically, he didn't say it that accurate, but it's just what he said. Lafayette is a potential powder keg. But coming from Chief Glover, who was a former assistant chief out there in Dallas, city of Dallas, Texas. So that gives him the expertise of what he's saying about Lafayette having a certain few within the Lafayette PD that's really some rogue officers or whatever you want. I call them more than a rogue. It's a bunch of racists, you know.
Yes. And he had the name of he also had their name because I remember him saying that he took down notes, he crossed all his T's, his I's, and we should want to know who they are so that you could definitely avoid them if it's any way possible, or better yet, see what's on their record, see if anybody had filed complaint against them. But he said they were despicable.
Well, Sister Khadijah, in reality, people don't want to deal with reality. They don't want to deal with logic. Every other video, our good brother Roland Martin and brother Rashad Ritchie, who's on the Young Turks, every video segment on their shows they're doing, is dealing with somebody who's being roughed up by the law enforcement. You know, and again, maybe there are some good officers. But then again, all I'm seeing is video of people getting roughed up, hurt, tased, shot in the back, shot in the chest, who are basically unarmed. And if we don't straighten out that, why these young people don't value life? Because they see the system does not value life. And it plays, the black person is not worth a lot, whether we're dealing with gun violence in our community or whether we're dealing with the system of law enforcement in our community.
Okay, Brother
That's why the ACLU has filed, Sister Khadijah filed 50 lawsuits and plus in the state of Louisiana concerning all, and settled 10 already. So that lets you know to gauge the state of Louisiana with police issues, that's troubling.
Okay. With Carla, you have a question or comment for Brother G?
Yes, I got a comment because number one, that record you're talking about against the police officer is public records, and any citizen can go and get a criminal record or what complaints they had against the officer and write a citizen complaint. See, that's what we don't do the paperwork to make us realize that the laws do work for us, that we always got to demand them. Because these people don't care about what black lives are going through in this matter. And yet, Glover should have sued them a long time ago and stopped playing with Josh Gilley with this racist stuff. Because the only way you get white folks' attention is to sue them. And you must let the white people know the money is costing to pay for these other ignorant officers. Violence and racism toward black people is costing them. Yeah, it's costing black people their lives, but yet still white folk always complain about their money, which is their God. And if we got to sue this state country till it's broke to get our reparations, we have to do it. And don't let no black person who's supposed to be in charge of something stop us with their theory of what the white man thinks that black people should be doing. Same thing, Jay, you brought up with the Abbeville Police Department putting curfews. Go look through the history of what curfews do to black communities. This is all what we need to do, and our black politicians who play like they're doing so good need to stand up and say about racism. I don't know if they signed a contract with the government saying that they would not say the word racism, but it's embedded in all the system of government. Even the Democrats don't participate when it's time for black relief and struggles. Because they want our vote, but yet still they don't want us to be free of their struggles they put on us. So keep talking about it every day because black people don't understand how deep racism is embedded in the wording. That's what we don't understand. The wording is what incriminates us. So keep talking about it every day.
Yes. Okay.
And people are going to wake up.
Thank you, Carla. Carla, you have a question or comment? You're on. Carla, you're on.
I was trying to find out what happened to the Justice Department meeting. I know it was called off because of inclement weather that day, and we didn't have the original meeting. But has it been rescheduled, or what's going on with it? Does anybody know?
Okay, Brother Jay, that's your question.
Yeah, well, thank Brother Ford. Good to hear your voice, man. Long time no see. Listen, the ACLU they have to reschedule because the ACLU is not necessarily the person that people are putting on. They the people that hosting these events around the state, and they're urging the Justice Department to get involved. When the meeting is planned for a future date, but they haven't released it. The state NAACP is working with them too. Also. They were supposed to do one in Shreveport soon because Shreveport is on fire with so many different cases and lawsuits that the ACLU has settled. So I'm pretty sure they're going to go to Baton Rouge and Shreveport before they come back to Lafayette because of the inclement weather that we had. Sister, you know the weather was real bad.
Yes,
it was real bad at that time. So hopefully we could make contact with the ACLU, and they could give us more information because they're closer than any other group to that whole event with the Justice Department. But I will make an effort to ask Attorney Alana Odoms, the Executive Director of the ACLU, to come on the show next week to clear that up to the people in this area. And I'm with you, Brother Ford, and everybody else. We want them to hear about it. I'm not saying the Justice Department will do anything because that's the Community Relation Board. All they can do is make suggestions to the Justice Department and to the Louisiana State Police and the local law enforcement to change some of their tactics. Now, they don't have to comply. So it's not a fix-all thing by having the Justice Department hearing, but we want to at least have it down on record what these law enforcement entities have been doing in the state of Louisiana, whether they're state police or whether they're local law enforcement.
Okay. Brother Jay, give us the new website, please.
KIEEFM.org. .com. KIEE. Let me go over it again.
I think it's
KIEE KIEEFM.com.
Okay, KIEEFM.com. All right.
Yes.
Yes, indeed. Caller,
and you could go to the live page, listen to the show. Listen live.
Right. Caller, you have a question or comment for Brother G?
Yeah, quick comment behind that so-called justice meeting they was going to have. Why are we believing in a justice system that always obstructs justice from us, making us believe and making us think they're really coming there to help us? They're not. We have had meetings after meetings. They see what's happening. They don't want to help black people. And that's why black people must start doing their own thing no matter what they have to do to get this off our backs. Because these politicians will not help us at all. And we got to stop saying we got to vote for one of the lesser evil. They're both evil. This system was created to make sure black people stay in bondage. This is why all the laws they are making is against black folks. And now they're starting to put black faces to present the white man's law. So wake up again. Y'all say all the right answers, but yet still y'all question your own answer. Listen to what y'all talking about. The only way we change things is for us to run things without the white man idea of what we should be doing.
Okay.
Thank y'all.
Thank you. Thank you, Troy Dean. And you know what? One thing that I wanted to say is that, you see, Glenn Lazard, he's doing such a fantastic job when it comes down to his position, over his district. Glenn Lazard is doing such a fantastic job. Now, why in the world would Kenneth run against him? Glenn is already doing a good job. Glenn is standing up to where you wouldn't even stand up. So, you know, what?
Can I interject in that?
Interject.
Well, I think everybody has a choice to whether to run or not to run, you know. That's a choice.
Everybody have a choice. But why don't you run for a position that needs help? What is it that you think you're going to do that Glenn Lazard is not going to do? Then when you look at what you said about Pat Lewis, how you was going to get him drunk and all this other kind of stuff, that's the part that gets me. Run for a position that need help, that you figure you could go ahead and give some justice to. But to blatantly go against Glenn Lazard position, that don't make no sense.
Well, everybody has a choice to run.
You're right. You're right. Everybody got a choice. Everybody got a choice.
Just put it out on election day.
Okay. You know? All right. That's right. Caller, you on.
Yeah, you're right about everybody have a choice to run.